Hey, welcome to Hooper's Radar. The other day I went on Big Ox Bob's podcast, The Graveyard Shift, to have a debate against Sebastian on the current topic of what is the best destination team for Damian Lillard. We had this debate over the span of 3 1-minute rounds. Some of the guys on the podcast then judged our debate to decide the winner. With that said, let's get into it.
Ready now?
Yeah.
All right, go.
So let me explain to you. Damian Lillard for over many years has stuck with his Portland Trailblazers team and hasn't gotten to the finals or won a championship because he's lacked in defense and a true second all-star. CJ has been a great second option to him, but he needs that true star. Miami is the best option for him because they're going to provide a team that gives great defense. You have 2 all-defense guys on that team, 2 all-NBA guys on that team, a superstar in Jimmy Butler who elevates his game in the playoffs. And on top of that, you finally have a star big man to pair next to Dame. Dame has been stuck with mediocre Nurkic, and trust me, I've watched the games, and he is as mediocre as it gets. So, Miami Heat are also a better fit for Damian Lillard. They've been needing a star point guard at that role for a while. They've been able to do it with some of these G League guys, but Damian Lillard will be the all-star that will elevate them. Damian Lillard also elevates his game in the playoffs. The defense will hide him because he is not the best defender. Now with Max Strus gone, Gabe Vincent gone, Dame will have a better fit at that guard position, and Tyler Hero will not.
Time. Sebastian, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Hold on. Ready? Go.
Well, undoubtedly, right now for Damian Lillard, if there was a team that was a highest contender to pick him up, it's without a doubt Boston. If they could simply give up a few pieces such as Jaylen Brown, I mean, what a great fit him and Tatum would be on a championship caliber team. This team who just came off the finals, who actually put up a good fight, unlike Miami, which were uncertain if they can even compete with them losing their players such as Strus and Gabe Vincent. There's no questions really when it comes to Boston. I mean, we got Kristaps Porzingis. We have Tatum. We have a really good system. We definitely have a better defense than Miami. And I just think Damian Lillard in Boston could really help out their shooting. They could help out with leadership. I mean, Tatum's not really a leader, but I can see Damian Lillard, being confident and just leading Boston to a championship.
That was round 1. That was a good round, fellas. Good round. So, Sebastian, you know the rules are that you go first now, round 2, correct?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Context, what's up, bro?
Salute, fellas. Salute. I'm not gonna keep doing your thing. I'm tapped in.
For sure. We about to get going. So once again, judges, are we all good? One.
Oh, where Tigger go, man? Oh, ducking that rematch smoke, man. I see, man. Damn.
Chill out.
Running from the grind.
Let's keep the judges focused.
Running from the grind.
Let's keep the judges focused on what they're hearing so far. Okay, hold on. Y'all give me 1 second. Okay, fucking mic tripping. All right, Sebastian, we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go.
The way I look at it, Boston is a much bigger market franchise. If you compare them to Miami cannot help Dame such as like the way Boston can. Boston can afford more players. They can actually seek what Dame wants or surrounded around him. They can make the bench as they are is already much better than Miami. Miami's pretty much depleted after all the players they've lost. And Dame, shit. Yeah, I'm fucked.
That's your time? Okay. Oh, shit.
Let me know.
1 second. I'm gonna pull you right. You ready?
Yeah.
Set. Go.
So Sebastian made the points that Boston cannot help Boston can help Dame more than Miami can. How can Boston help Dame more than Miami can if Miami managed to beat Boston in the playoffs with Jimmy Butler, Bam, and a bunch of DoorDash drivers who, don't get me wrong, are great players in their own right, but Boston was the favorites going into the series and should have won. You have a team with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon, Robert Williams, Al Horford. How deep is that team compared to Jimmy, Bam, and a bunch of G League players? That's one point. The other point is you said Boston is a bigger market. How is Boston a bigger market than Miami? You know how much business runs through Miami. Miami has a bigger population. Miami is the bigger market. You also said Boston has more money. How can Boston have more money when they have a Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum on a super max, they're making more money than Miami? And my other points are Dame is a better fit in Miami as a player because he doesn't have as many on-ball dominant guys. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are
Time. That was a hell of a round 2, fellas. Hell of a round 2. Dezo, Juan, H, y'all tapped in still. Y'all locked into the debate?
Yeah, man, I'm still there.
Yeah.
Okay, HR. You going first round 3? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right. Third and final round starting right now, fellas. In 3, 2, 1, go.
So I was going to say, even if Dame went to Boston hypothetically, Jaylen Brown would have to be in that train. Dame arrives. Malcolm Brogdon is still on this roster and Derek White is still on the roster. So how do the minutes look for them? They're not going to get that many minutes. And that means you're benching either a 6-man player of the year or your best guard defender now that Marcus Smart left. So for Dame, I think the better fit is in Miami. I think they're better defensive. They will do a better job of distributing the ball. We've seen how stagnant the offense gets with the Celtics when Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum have in their hand. And either Jason Tatum or Brown's going to ISO and Jaylen Brown's going to turn over the ball. We saw how bad his handles were during the playoffs. I think that team has a great roster, but they always seem to underperform somehow. And that's why I like Miami. Miami has a great job of running plays, knowing how to distribute the ball, how to play actual team basketball. And Miami has beaten Boston countless time in the playoffs, even though they don't have the better roster on paper. And that's why I believe Dame will be a much better fit in Miami. I think also from a trade perspective, you want a younger player to get back in Portland. Tyler Hero is much more intriguing.
Time. Sebastian, are you ready for round 3?
Yep, closing round.
Closing round. Let's get it. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So HR contradicted my last statement where he mentioned Jaylen Brown was a hit against the salary, but realistically, if Damian Lillard was to be traded to Boston, it would have to be for him. And that would not only get Dame on the Celtics, but that could free up so much space with the cap that Boston has and how much they're paying for Jaylen. But not only that, he mentions how Miami did beat Boston. That might be true, but Boston played absolutely terrible that series. If we look at which is the better team, it's undoubtedly Boston. And not only that, but you have Jimmy and Dame. Jimmy is the leader of Miami. I'm not even sure Dame can play second to Jimmy. Now, if we look at Boston, Tatum has always been a passive guy unlike Jimmy, so I could definitely see Dame being more comfortable in Boston than Miami. That's it.
All right. Hell of a debate, fellas. Hell of a debate. So let me see 1 second. Gotta fix this shit again. All right. So we got Dezo, H, and Juan as our judges. Before we do, Tex, I see you pulled up right before the second debate was about to start. Sounds like maybe you were tapped in, maybe you were listening, you seen Cass was debating, and maybe you wanted to get a piece of the debate. Is that possible, Context? Are you up next?
Oh, I came in. I'm not gonna hold you. I came in like literally right before this one started. I didn't get a chance of seeing what was the concept, what was going on. But I got no problem. Like if somebody give me a topic, I don't mind doing that. I'll get into the ring.
Hey, Tex, I smoked Young Africa in the first one.
He didn't smoke shit, man. Hey, first off, another robbery, man. Another robbery, man. Another.
Not the
Hey.
brother, man,
My
from
man
the
from
brother,
UK talking about. I didn't know how much time was on the clock, man. Like. Hey, H, bro. Hey,
What,
bro.
H,
You wasn't
H,
even
was that
listening, bro.
H was
You
that
wasn't
was that
listening,
your
bro.
was that your deciding factor, H?
Yeah, because if that is what it was, that was a robbery.
No,
dog.
no,
I don't think that was
a
the deciding
robbery.
factor.
Yeah, H
That was a
listened to
robbery.
my-
And
H
you lucky
listened
I
to my
break
point.
down the first round with the free agency, Denzel, because I really fried you on the substance,
You
but it's all good.
you
On the
spent the whole-
content. I
All right,
fried you on the
all
content, though.
You
I
spent
fried
the
you.
whole round.
When I got to the point, I done fried you, though. It's all good,
What's
Denzel.
up,
I'll
Tex?
do this. I'll check the tape. I'll do the favor and run it back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got to do
Check
my
the
due
tape.
diligence. I'll check the tape.
No doubt.
You know, tape
No
no
doubt.
lie. Tape no
Okay,
lie.
but wait,
Facts,
hold on, no,
facts,
H,
facts.
I know you're judging this round, but would you mind jumping in the ring with context for the third
Yeah.
debate?
Oh yeah, that's the one I want, man.
That's
No.
what I thought.
Oh,
I had
I
a
want,
sneaky
John.
suspicion that H was waiting on you, Tex.
Don't
So,
worry.
After
work
we
some
get
mysterious ways,
these
man.
votes. So Juan, let me get your vote for the second debate between HR and Sebastian.
Okay, you want me to go round by round like they did the first time?
Yeah, I mean that'd be cool.
Okay, so I say I'll say the first round it went to Sebastian. I think he started off great with how like what attractions that Boston has. I think he kind of messed up on the second half, on the second round, I'm sorry, because he because he stumbled. I feel like he should have kept on going and speaking on, the general managers, Brad Stevens, and how he can work his magic to attract free agency. And for the third round, I have to give it to HR. He just, he made some really valid points, and in that playoff series, coaching played a big part, and I think Eric Spoelstra would be like a low key a main attraction of why like Miami would get Dame. So I have to give it to HR. He won 2-1.
Okay. Deza.
So in round one, I liked the energy Hooper's radar came out with. He spoke on Miami being, a good destination for him. Spoke about how Dame's never really had a second All-Star, and I felt that. Also a competent big man in Bam. I like those points. Sebastian came out and was talking about how him and Jason Tatum would be a good fit. Him and the system with Kristaps Porzingis. I like those points as well. I do think HR was a little bit better with the points though. So I gave round one to HR. Round two, obviously, Sebastian stumbled a little bit, so I can't really give that one to him. HR came out swinging that round too. So, and then the third round, one of the big things that Sebastian was talking about was the fact that Boston can free up money by trading Dame for Jaylen Brown. And I was thinking to myself, that's not really how that works, because then Dame's money would just replace Jaylen Brown's money. And so I felt like with that point was kind of mute. So unfortunately I gave, HR all three rounds. So but I mean Sebastian, he has what it takes to really do his thing though, for sure. But I gave all three rounds to HR.
As you guys watched, both judges scored me as the winner of the debate, so it was a unanimous win, and none of the other judges were needed. Shout out to Sebastian for having a great debate with me. Shout out to the judges for hearing us out. Shout out to Big Ox Bob for having me on his show. Go check out his channel and fun live streams. I'll leave his channel link in the description. Let me know who you guys think won the debate in the comments. I hope you all enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe to stay on the radar for all things basketball.